Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey everyone, it's me again, Heather Hope. How are you doing? Let me see what day it is. I really need to check the calendar before I click record. February 4th. What day is that? That's so silly. Let me look at my calendar. Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. Okay. Let's just jump into this. Yeah, what a week. I don't know. Has anybody else been tired? I've been tired twice this week, like Monday and today. I took 2 naps today, honestly. Excuse me. And the second nap, oh God, both of them were really nice, but the second one was great. I was listening to a audiobook. I started this audiobook a couple weeks ago called Deep Work from Cal Newport. I really resonate with this book because there's so much that I want to write and so many books I want to write, and creating the time in my life or in my day, in my time, to do that work and to have that dedicated time to do that deep work. So anyway, so I was listening to it and it was really nice. And there was one point that I woke up to listen specifically for this one part about basically law of attraction. They don't say that, but it is about what you think about and all that stuff. It's all, it's funny how much people talk about it, but they don't actually put the words law of attraction to it. Like thoughts become things, your thoughts create blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you guys know that's law of attraction, right? So it was nice to hear that. But most of the time I was quote unquote sleeping. I was listening to the audiobook, which was really nice. It was just one of those, I laid down for 2 hours and it was so comfortable. And I just allowed myself to just relax because I was tired and frustrated and just having a day. I was totally having a day today that it was just annoying. But, so anyway, so I was doing that today and now here it is, almost 8:00 at night doing my podcast. Okay, let's jump into this. This is a long one. February 4th. If you have the book, follow along. The link for this book for the Inspired Entrepreneur is in the description somewhere. Excuse me. And order the book. Get it in your hands, put it on your desk, put it on your bookshelf. I guarantee you it will give you moments of insight that you need because it works for me. My book works for me all the time, so it's pretty cool. Okay, let's read today's message and talk more about it. How often do you visualize your rich life, your millionaire life? Your imagination is your best friend. Focus your mind on the feeling of abundance and prosperity. Visualize the life you intend to live. Do this daily. Tip the scales of what you're focusing on. When you tip the scales, manifestation happens so quickly. Become a vibrational match to your desires. Okay, so your millionaire life. Excuse me. I used to talk about that all the time because of the Millionaire Manifester. I had this goal a couple years ago when I created the Millionaire Manifester. I got inspired by Napoleon Hill, and I consider Napoleon as one of my supporters, one of my non-physical friends who I have a lot of them. It's really funny when I think about it. I have so many more non-physical friends than I do physical friends. I laugh, but I don't care. It's totally cool because they're really cool people. They're really cool people. So he was the one after I was inspired by the name in the Millionaire Manifester, which is something that came to my mind. I was thinking about the whole thing and, I read more about Napoleon and how he has been basically credited for creating the most millionaires in our lifetime, or this, last century. And when I read that, I was just like, ding, ding, ding. I really wanted to inspire, um, inspire people on their way to being a millionaire. And at the time, I didn't know how I was going to do that. I kind of was when I first started. I just had dinner, so excuse me. When I first started, I really thought I was going to do a inspirational. And when I say inspirational, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on one second. I'm going to be a mess tonight, aren't I? Excuse me. That I thought I was going to do inspirational gifts. And now when I say inspirational, I always think of like religious. And I wish it wasn't that. I wish I didn't. I don't. Let me know if you think the same way. But inspiration for me is just, it's kind of like what other people in this kind of area talk about motivation. So Abraham Hicks talks about motivation, and how we really want inspiration, not motivation. So when I use inspirational, and I swear people probably think I'm religious, but I'm not. Excuse me. Good Lord, people. I think I was fine. No, I probably wasn't fine today. But so I was going to do like gifts, like coffee mugs with something on there, T-shirts. I was going to do, the traditional kind of gift type of things, with inspiring messages of millionaire stuff. Like, I am a millionaire, whatever. So that's what I thought I was going to start. And then it just kind of, I don't even know what happened, but I just wanted, continued coaching. I mean, I had been a coach for many years, but I thought I was going to create like this brand, and I never did. It's just, when it comes down to it, if it's like a lot of work, I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I'm just kind of that. I'm kind of a type B personality. Well, I've always been a type B person, but little bits of me became a type A. So I'm kind of in there somewhere. But if it's like a lot of details, I'm just like, I don't want to do this. That sounds so lazy, but it just doesn't light me up. It's just like, there's got to be something else. So I never really got more into it. But anyway, so I used to talk about this whole thing. So my goal at the time was I wanted to inspire 1 million people to become millionaires, like on their journey to being a millionaire. So I wrote about this whole millionaire life. I created a course, Manifesting Your Millionaire Life. It's an amazing course. It's what I used in my soul line business up until I changed it to the soul line business. And but that was my core manifestation course for like a year and a half or so. And then I switched it and created the Soul Line Business Academy, the Soul Line Business Academy, which is the next book. I just started writing the outline tonight of the next book, which is the Soul Line Business, or Your Soul Line Business, something like that. And so, and created a course around that. So let's talk about visualizing your rich life. Let me know in the comments section. Now, I know this is heard primarily as a podcast, but if you didn't know, I'm over on YouTube. This podcast is uploaded on YouTube every morning, and there you can leave comments for me, because I don't think you can leave comments on anywhere on a podcast, which is really unfortunate. You know what I mean? Because so often I'm one of those people that kind of feels compelled to write a comment. Like, I'm on YouTube all the time, but I love leaving a comment. And so it's too bad that podcast you can't. Even there's a lot of I'm on a lot of podcast platforms that it would be very challenging to check on all of them. But anyway, so come over to YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 1,600 subscribers. What you'll also find over there is I think I have about 50 Abraham Hicks videos, and it's all money, business, marketing, writing your book, just anything in the business and money realm is over on this channel. So it's called The Inspired Entrepreneur. And you'll find, so come on over, subscribe. You'll find all of the podcasts that I've done so far, and winning the lottery too. I have a couple of videos of winning the lottery. So I curated all of that over the past year and a half or so, and created my own videos to have on my channel. And one of the reasons I did that is because sometimes you'll find a really great Abraham video and you'll save it, and then it gets deleted because of some copyright or some issue. And that sucks. So I thought, I have to do my own so I can keep these videos and they'll be mine. I have them on my hard drive as well, but so yeah, so they'll be there as long as I'm around or maybe past that. But anyway, let's talk about your rich. So every morning, I've talked about this. So I started where's my notebook? It's on my desk. I started it towards the end of December, writing my 2021 manifestation list. So essentially, I kind of visualize every morning. I get into this really nice, I have this relaxing music on. I have the video of the house that we're manifesting on my computer screen. I'm sitting at my desk and I'm just in this really nice calm, and I've meditated first thing in the morning. And I'm in this place of just calmness and peacefulness. And I get my notebook out. It's a dedicated notebook for this specific morning activity. And I kind of visualize that I'm just writing this list like somebody had asked me, hey, Heather, what were the coolest manifestations that you had for 2021? And I write about 10 to 12 every day. And they're all the same. It's the same ones every day. I've narrowed it down to the same ones. These are the ones so far for the past, over 30 days that I've written it. Actually like 40 or something like that. And so I visualize that in the, like it had already happened. So we're at the end of 2021 and people are asking me, what were the coolest things? And I'm like, here they are. And so every morning I do this, and it keeps me focused on what I'm focused on, right? Because life gets crazy, life gets busy. There's a lot of things. Now, not me personally, because I literally took everything out of my life. Basically, like I don't have kids. I don't work a job I've started another business that I will be out of the house a lot. But it's like a job, but it's my business. And I'll be doing that very soon. But other than that, like I have a lot of time, but also having a lot of time on your hands gives you a lot of time to think. And I'm a thinker. So kind of like when you're busy, you don't have a whole lot of time to think. So there's kind of like a double-edged sword there. But if you have kids, you have a job, you have a business, you have a spouse, you have dishes, you have dinner, you have soccer practice, you have all these things, right? And so you get caught up in the day-to-day stuff, right? This is the day-to-day reality. This is your current reality. And you get laser focused, right? You're living the same life day in, day out, year in, year out, right? So you got to take time. And this is why I created the 30-day journal, the 30-day Manifest Your Success journal. And stay tuned on that one. I am redesigning the inside of that. I wanted to resize it, actually. I think it's a little big. It's an 8.5 by 11. It's 3 months of focusing on the things you want to focus on. So it's like gives you that time every day to be able to focus on what you want, because I know how we are. And in like, even though my life is not that crazy busy, I can still get focused on the day-to-day, like stupid dishes that I do like my husband does the dishes and then I go and do them again. So to make sure they're really clean. Or I do them like lately I've been doing half the dishes or all the dishes the last few days. Dishes, laundry, sweeping, making the bed, all these stupid things, right? So, because I like having a clean house. My house is not spotless by any means. I wish it was. But if I didn't do these things, no, they're not really going to get done. So my husband's pretty good, but not that good about cleaning. So, um, although his bathroom's cleaner than mine, which is like really kind of irritating because it's like, that's pretty cool. I don't know. That's really funny. Anyhow, I share a bathroom with a 11-pound Yorkie. So that's kind of something there. Anyway, and my bathroom's like 3 times larger than my husband's. So lots of excuses of why my bathroom's not that clean. Anyhow, it's like the only room that I don't keep as clean as the rest. It's really kind of weird, but so I'm just waiting for my housekeeper to show up. I don't know who she is yet, but she's got to show up soon. So, so anyway, so I created this 30-day journal. It's 3 months worth of 30 days. And it has a check mark, or checkbox of like, did you meditate? Did you visualize? And here's space for you to write about whatever it is that you're focusing on. And it's like, so my thing is meditate, visualize the aspect of your life that you want to create, that you want to manifest, and then write about it. Because every time I do that specifically, those 3 things like in a row every day, I manifest a lot quicker, whatever it is that I'm focused on. So, but I don't do it every day. I haven't touched it in weeks because I like changing things up. So I've been doing this 2021 manifestation list because it just feels more for me. It feels something, I don't know. So, but I am going to, because it's like in large print. You know how when you create something on your computer and you're like, oh yeah. So I created business cards for one of my other businesses, and they came in yesterday. I ordered 1,000 of them. They're beautiful. They're really thick cardstock. I got them on Amazon, and it was such a good deal. But the information is pretty small print, and that irks me. And it's always been my nature to make things larger print, especially like phone numbers and contact information on my business cards. So I created them, I designed them on Canva, and then I uploaded it to this shop on Amazon, and it looked totally fine. Like everything looked fine, but I guess I didn't really focus on how big that, font was. So they come in and I'm just like, I'm putting my reading glasses on to read these. I'm like, well, I mean, you can read it, but it's not how big I would typically have it. And so I'm just sitting here, 1,000 cards. They're beautiful. I don't care. It's just, they're going to work. That's just all there is to it. I'm fine. So I showed them to Roger, and I'm like, well, my joke is just going to be when I hand them to people, like, if you can read that, then you can call me. Like, I'll create something funny to say about it because, to point out, like, yes, I know it's really small, but if you can read it, you can call me. So anyhow, I crack myself up sometimes, but but the thing is with my 30-day journal, it's the opposite. It's freaking large print. Like if you're blind, like if you're legit, then you could probably read it. It's just so crazy. So, and it was actually the proof copy of it was larger. So I did resize it, and it still comes out really large. I'm like, what the hell? So, because I don't like things being small. And so, but it's just too big. So I'm coming up with some ideas of maybe redesigning the entire thing, but I'm trying to keep things simple. I'm trying not to go down rabbit holes that I kind of do sometimes and then I get like too much work. So, but take a look, and I've got other covers too, but I actually wanted to make it smaller, but apparently I can't without completely removing it from Amazon and then re-uploading a whole new thing, a whole new like book. So anyhow, but I've got 3 more cover choices that are beautiful. There's one in particular that I absolutely love. And I'm like, oh, I got to get these up. So if you want to get your copy, it's coming soon. The redesign will be coming soon. If you want large print, grab it now because it is large print. It's not, there's nothing wrong with it. People have been using it. I haven't heard any complaints about it. It's probably just my personal preference of like, what the hell? Was I like blind the night that I created this or what? So anyhow, so I focus on this daily. My millionaire life, my multi-millionaire life, my all the things that I'm manifesting, all the things that I truly want. Like I've narrowed it down to like 12 things. I focus on it every single morning. Every single morning. And so I'll do, when I'm writing it out, I kind of visualize for a few seconds. Now, there was one day that I thought, what if I did 68 seconds on each one? And, you know, I get a little impatient with things taking too long. So that lasted like one day. I did it. And I thought, you know, because Abraham says, you know, 16, 17 seconds, it builds momentum, creates another thought like it, right? Due to law of attraction. And then at the 68-second mark, you've really created some momentum. So if you did that, it's like not that much time, right? But when you have 12 items, it's like starts taking up time. So when I'm writing it out, I'll take like several seconds to really kind of think of a quick vision of it, a flash basically. And then I'll move on to the next one because I personally just don't like things taking a long time or else I won't do them. Does that make sense? Like I'm just that person. So I'm kind of like a rushed person, not really a rushed person. I just want to get to the next thing. Yeah, I need to slow down. So anyhow, visualize your millionaire life, whatever that is. You can do the 30-day journal. You could do the 2021 manifestation list that it's already done. You're just telling people, you're writing about it, whatever it is you want to do. And I got that idea from Brian Tracy in his book. What's it called? It's called something, but it's on my desk. I've got 15 desks in my house. So it's on one of my desks. What's it called? Goals. I think it's like called Goals and then some subtitle. Really good book. But he was talking about writing your goals out in the morning and I think at night too. And I would actually really love to do it at night. But like I said, if I do like a million things, I end up not like doing them. So once a day, if I did it, and my commitment is every single day for the entire year. So I'm pretty happy with doing it once a day. And I've been doing it every single day since I think December 22nd, I think is when I started. So anyway, so let me reread this and then I'm going to let you go. How often do you visualize your rich life? Please tell me daily. Please tell me you spend 68 seconds at the very minimum every single, because the thing is, it's your imagination. So when you're doing the dishes, you can imagine whatever, you know what I mean? Like there's so many times in the day that you can imagine. And like I said, like if you're frustrated, and I've talked about this, about like if you're, excuse me, if your kitchen is dirty, you can imagine the type of housekeeper you're going to hire or whatever. Like I said, I'm waiting for my housekeeper to show up. I haven't hired her yet. I don't even know who she is or whoever it is, right? It's a joke, but I'd rather focus on creating a joke around that or thinking about it or visualizing my house being cleaned every day by a house cleaner or an invisible house cleaner. That'd be cool. Like a fairy that just came in while I'm in another room or out grocery shopping or something. And then when I come back, it's all clean, like magically clean. Like that's such a cool, daydream. But daydream that instead of being like complaining about everybody's a slob in your house, because they are, because then that makes it even worse, right? When you complain about everybody being a slob, guess what they're not going to probably do? They're probably not going to start cleaning your house. You know what I mean? Because now the expectation is, And this is how we fall into expectations of people, which sucks. Let me tell you, I get frustrated with my expectations of people because it's not what I want. So I get frustrated. I'm like, I got to visualize something or get off the subject and not think about it and hope for the best on that one. So anyway, let me continue. Your millionaire life, your imagination is your best friend. I say that because it is my best friend. My imagination is everything for me. Focus your mind on the feeling of abundance and prosperity. Visualize the life you intend to live. Do this daily. Tip the scales of what you're focusing on. When you tip the scales, manifestation happens so quickly. Become a vibrational match to your desires. You know, I was asked a couple days ago, how do you become a vibrational match? You have to focus on the things that you want. And you can't doubt them, and you can't like be like, oh, like that's going to happen, you know, or story of my life, or just my luck, or all these stupid things that everybody says. You know what I mean? Like my brother-in-law said it. I don't know. He was doing something today, trying to get, he missed his flight somewhere and like up in Seattle or something. And I saw his comment, like, just my luck, missed my flight. I'm like, ah, and he said that because I remember I dropped him off at the airport, Christmas Eve. And he said the same thing, just my luck. Just my luck. Security is going to give me a hard time because they always do. And I'm just like cringing inside because I'm like, stop, please. You guys are all driving me crazy. But I get it because I used to be that person. And I understand where everybody's coming from. But I don't want to hear it. I'm just kidding. I'm really not kidding. But it's funny because it's so how majority of the people live, right? Just my luck. My ex-husband used to say nearly every day, story of my life. And I'm like, oh, God, I hated it. And I didn't know this stuff back then. Like I knew about the law of attraction, but I really didn't really understand it until 2 years ago. And, you know, now I look back and I'm like, oh, my God, like so many things I did. So anyway, we're not going to go there. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. And have an amazing rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow is Happy Friday. And yeah, there you go. Take care, guys. Bye.